This photo seems to capture a joyful family moment, but it conceals a chilling truth. The man in the yellow sweater, John Edward Robinson, was a serial killer who had murdered the baby's mother, Tiffany Stacy, just a day earlier. He then tricked his own brother by presenting the infant as an adopted child. It took 15 years for the horrifying truth to finally come to light. What seems like a harmless snapshot of two girls smiling near a window hides something unsettling. Behind them, a dark figure with fixed eyes and no visible features appears. This photo, posted on Reddit in 2012, is believed by some to show the spirit of the children's deceased mother, who is said to haunt them as punishment for a past act of disobedience. The eerie, unexplained figure continues to disturb viewers and leaves the mystery unresolved. At first glance, this appears to be an ordinary classroom photo from 1999. However, in the far left corner stand Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. Just months later, they would carry out the Columbine High School massacre, claiming 13 lives in one of the most devastating school shootings in US history. This photo appears to show a man joyfully playing with children on a sunny day, exuding the image of a friendly neighbor. However, the man is Ted Bundy, one of history's most infamous serial killers. His charm and deceptive trustworthiness enabled him to lure his victims, ultimately confessing to over 30 murders. To the unknowing eye, this appears to be a simple photo of a father and daughter in a garden. However, the man in the picture is Dennis Rader, the notorious BTK killer. While presenting himself as a devoted father and model citizen, he secretly led a double life as a brutal serial killer, shocking the world when his crimes were finally uncovered. This eerie and unsettling mask was worn by Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, during his attacks. Behind his carefully maintained image as a devoted family man and upstanding citizen, he used this grotesque disguise as part of his terrifying crimes. Beneath the bright facade of this party, clown lurks John Wayne Gacy, a serial killer behind 33 murders. Disguised as Pogo the Clown, he lured young men into his home under false pretenses, only to bury his victims in the basement. While presenting himself as a friendly entertainer at community events, he was secretly concealing a chilling double life. This photo shows a couple strolling along the beach in 1954, seemingly enjoying a peaceful moment. However, the reality is far more tragic. Just before the photo was taken, their 19-month-old son was swept away by the waves at Hermosa Beach, California. The couple, devastated by the loss, wandered the shore, attempting to process their grief. This image immortalizes their heart-wrenching pain. At first glance, this may seem like an ordinary gym photo, but it was taken aboard the Titanic shortly before its tragic sinking. Two men pose while exercising, unaware that this would likely be both their last photograph and their final workout. This photo may seem like just a game of soccer among soldiers, but it captures a remarkable moment. During Christmas, German, French and British troops took part in an unofficial ceasefire, stepping out of their trenches without orders to socialize, sing carols and share a rare moment of peace amid the war. This photo captures what seems to be an innocent moment between Bill Clinton and his assistant Monica Lewinsky. However, it would later become the centerpiece of one of the biggest political scandals of the 1990s when their relationship was exposed in 1998. At first glance, this appears to be just an elegant young man posing in a room. However, this is Stephen Hawking before his diagnosis of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. Diagnosed at 21, he defied all expectations to become one of the most brilliant scientific minds in history. This photo seems to depict a Croatian soldier taking a break during wartime, but the haunting message behind him tells a deeper story. Scrawled on the wall are the words, "God, if I die young, send me to heaven. I have already been to hell." What seems like a simple moment between a father and his son holds a powerful and painful history. This 1960 photograph captures Martin Luther King Jr. removing a burned cross from his yard in Atlanta, a hateful act committed by the Ku Klux Klan as King led the civil rights movement in the US. This water fountain may appear ordinary, but the sign reading "Colored" reveals a dark chapter of American history. During the Jim Crow era, racial segregation was enforced in public spaces, institutionalizing discrimination and deepening societal divisions. This photo captures what seems to be a routine autograph signing by John Lennon. Standing beside him is Mark David Chapman, who appeared to be just another fan. However, only 8 hours later, on December 8, 1980, he would assassinate Lennon in front of the Dakota Building in New York City, turning this seemingly ordinary moment into a haunting prelude to tragedy. At first glance, this seems like an ordinary family photo, but it conceals a chilling truth. In the early hours of 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his parents and 4 siblings as they slept in their Amityville, New York home. The brutal crime shocked the world, giving rise to legends of hauntings and inspiring terrifying stories that have left a lasting mark on popular culture. Adolf Hitler and his entourage strolled near the Eiffel Tower in Paris on June 23, 1940, following the Nazi occupation of France. Obsessed with surpassing the grandeur of Paris, Hitler meticulously orchestrated this moment to symbolize Nazi dominance over Europe. This shocking photo captures a Nazi rally, not in Germany but on American soil. Taken at Madison Square Garden in 1939, the event was organized by the German-American Bund and drew 20,000 attendees, blending American symbols with Nazi propaganda in a chilling display of extremism. This scene may resemble a historical reenactment, but it is far more unsettling. It captures a Soviet spy moments before his execution in the snow during World War II. The most chilling detail is his calm, almost amused smile, a reaction so unexpected that it even unsettled his captors. This image may look like an innocent moment of a child interacting with a police officer, but her attire reveals a disturbing reality. The girl is dressed in a Ku Klux Klan robe during a protest in Gainesville in 1992. As she reaches out to touch the black officer's shield, the moment starkly contrasts her innocence with the hateful ideology surrounding her. At first glance, this looks like a carefree selfie of 3 friends enjoying their time together. However, the bright light in the background is an oncoming train. Just seconds later, they were unable to escape, making this haunting image their final photograph. At first glance, this appears to show a soldier assisting a child, but it reveals an act of quiet defiance. The German soldier is disobeying direct orders to help the boy cross the newly built Berlin Wall, one of the rare moments of humanity in the tense divide of the Cold War. This soldier's broad smile might seem genuine at first, but his hollow gaze suggests something much deeper. Likely suffering from shell shock, now known as PTSD, this World War I soldier exhibits the trauma endured in the trenches. His expression offers a haunting glimpse into the psychological scars of war. This may look like a simple photograph of a soldier crouching in a tunnel, but it captures an American tunnel rat during the Vietnam War. These soldiers were tasked with navigating the Viet Cong's underground networks, facing booby traps, suffocating spaces, and the constant threat of ambush. A single misstep could mean death. Kathina Deal, institutionalized in an asylum in 1910, created a disturbing figure from the straw of her mattress. The eerie, blank-faced figure captures her mental state in the asylum, adding a supernatural and haunting aura to an otherwise innocent object.